Hey guys, Cilantro here. Derping around with some Broken Worlds abilities. I'm just gonna
Does it
kind
have
of
that action bag anymore?
use these randomly. Gonna hear a lot of TeamSpeak chatter, but just wanted to show you guys some things that we've been working on. Got a few friends of mine who are doing some stuff. Ignore the relative sound and damage and effects and all that kind of stuff. A lot of this is just kind of, it's in the works. We're trying our best to get everything balanced out. But anyway, I wanted to show you a few abilities. So this one right here is Meteor. It basically every time you cast it, a bunch of meteors will fall. We only have it set to 1 right now, but basically a big old swarm of meteors will come down and do damage to whatever you hit. This is one of my favorites. It's called Dragon's Breath, I think, if this is the right one. Yeah. Another fire attack spell. And as you saw, Dire Dwarf just said he really liked that one. So this one will be quite handy for, well, quite a few different situations, kind of depending on where your opponents are. You can use it at sort of close range to get a nice little burst of fire. And this fire does a lot more damage and lasts a lot longer than some of the other spells that you get. So it's pretty handy stuff. You'll probably end up getting a few more projectiles instead of just the 5 that it has right now, but we wanted to try it. And we're able to do a lot of different sound effects, as you can hear. The dragon growl sound is what's going to be playing whenever you cast the spell. We're trying to make all of the different effects in Broken Worlds have a nice, unique flavor to them, all within vanilla Minecraft. So should be some pretty awesome stuff. Take a look at my list here. Oh, yes. Fire Circle. This one's probably going to need to be toned down a little bit. The radius is a little big right now, and the duration shouldn't be quite as long either. It's going to be basically a wreath of flame that appears for a short amount of time, basically long enough to catch anything on fire very briefly. It's supposed to be strong and easy to hit, but nothing that will result in mass destruction. All right, so we're going to take a look at a few of the Arctic magic skills. This one is Bluster. Right now, it's it's affecting a little bit too much. I don't think the knockback's going to be quite that severe when we're actually done with it. But as you can see, it's pretty fun to mess around with already. We'll have to get it balanced out a little bit more appropriately. But got to do what you got to do, I guess. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, Stone Shovel. Obviously, these are not going to be the actual tools, but just for debugging purposes, we have all the different tools set up for things. This is one of my favorites, actually, called Ice Spike or Icicle. I haven't decided on the name of it yet. Basically, wherever you're aiming, it shoots out a big spike of ice. It does damage to anything that this sort of touches upon. It's quite nice. It's got quite a few different uses. Like if you're getting chased, you could, basically make yourself a spontaneous wall that, to block people off. Of course, it does do damage when you cast it and when you hit people near you. So there's that, and can also be used for platforming. If you need to get somewhere, you can do that, and after a little bit, it disappears, and anybody who's chasing you will fall, maybe even to their doom. Definitely has some potentials for that sort of thing. Another one we have is this one. This is called Deep Freeze. Again, I think this radius might be a little bit too much. But basically it creates an icy tomb for anything. Anything stuck within the tomb doesn't actually take any damage, as far as I know. Let me go to game mode 0. All it does, I believe, is start your suffocation, if anything. Yeah, it doesn't even do that. So, but it does kind of imprison people. If you kind of catch them at the outside of it, they may be able to break it out before the ice thing disappears. And again, we'll probably tone it down a little bit. This seems a little bit large, maybe, because I'm really kind of worried that in close quarters it'll be almost overpowered, actually. But otherwise, kind of a neat little ability. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the Arctic magic spells we have done for now. Some of these spell schools have passive abilities and other such things that we're still trying to get nailed down and stuff. But we have a few working prototypes. So let's take a look at Storm Calling, the third spell school that we have kind of in the works. All right, let's take a look at Storm Calling. This is from Clear Skies. It's a lightning strike. Pretty straightforward. Does a good amount of damage. It will do light terrain damage, I believe, in the final product. And of course,
Oh, shit.
it's pretty darn fun. I mean, come on, it's a big lightning strike. How could you not like that? Similarly to this, we have from an echo, which is you can't really hear it too well, but basically it's a thunderclap. It does a short point blank AOE burst of damage. We're gonna try to find some way to visually represent this other than just sound, but it actually does do damage to targets. It might be hard to tell, of course, since there's no pain reflexes and stuff we're still working on, but it's supposed to be kind of a nice utility spell, a short range damage thing that you don't have to actually, whoa, okay, I just got blustered, that you don't actually have to aim, which is kind of nice. Another one here is From the Heart. This is a healing spell. So if I crater here and I cast this, you can see that you are able to heal yourself pretty easily, pretty handily. The spell is actually more effective when you heal your allies, though, so it's kind of one of those things that it's good to have as a solo player or in groups, and even better in groups if you can manage to aim it properly. Might be hard to do, but kind of handy. And I think the last ability we have, let me take a look here as I'm getting tasered by some ice. The last ability I have on slated is this one, which is With the Winds. And this one, actually, I need to be in survival. If you cast this, you hear a little hiss, and it grants you a flying ability. You can hear the sort of wisps of air following you, and after a certain amount of time, they kind of putter out, and you land. So this will be a way for players to have a ability to fly for a while. Really good for maneuverability in combat, of course, escaping, positioning. Even if you're like something like an archer, it will allow you to hop up onto a higher ledge or even shoot while you're flying. So trying to open up the abilities and really kind of stretch the possibilities. As you can see with this terrain here, we're trying to work on the terrain editing, custom terrain generation. So we're just kind of working on prototype terrain generation type things. But the ultimate final product for all the things that we're going to be building really will feel a lot different from what normal vanilla Minecraft looks like. So we're looking to make this a very unique experience for everybody involved. So yeah, that'll be about it. Hope you enjoyed this little preview of some of the things that we're looking to bring to you in Broken Worlds. A PvP experience unlike anything you've ever seen, we hope. If you have any comments about the abilities you've seen here, of course, obviously, a lot of them are going to have either a mana cost or a reagent cost or a cooldown attached to them to make sure that they don't become too overpowered and where you could just spam them repeatedly. But, we are very well aware that in a lot of PvP situations, melee is king. So we really want to allow players to use magic and other forms of ranged attacks effectively in combat. So, again, looking forward to hearing your feedback, and we really can't wait to bring you Broken Worlds. We're hoping to do a limited beta release within a couple months here, get some people on and playing, and having a good time doing so. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.